you know, but yeah, no, with what you've got cooking up, Myke, with the AI, dude, it's very exciting. And I think that a lot of people in our in our industry, in our trade, are going to benefit from it. Huge. Yeah.
Yeah.
Revolutionary.
Yeah. Wow. That's what I really feel like everything is going is, even the, well, we'll talk about that, but a lot of different things as far as the, search engines go, how that's changing,
Yeah.
you know, automations. It's just crazy. And like, I can't even believe, you and I were talking about, ChatGPT in November of 2022 when it first came out. I was like excited, dude. I was like, Joe, you're never gonna believe this, dude. This thing's crazy, man. What's going on? Precision touch PDR. But man, and it's not even 2.5 years, I think, dude. And we're just getting into a 2.5 year anniversary, and look how friggin' fast it is, dude.
Yeah.
Like
Hmm.
how you can think about what's to come, right?
Yeah, it's evolved at a rapid pace, and so has everything else in our world right now. You know.
Yeah. What's up, Lonnie?
Hey,
I
Lonnie,
forgot,
how's it going?
I forgot about your name there, buddy.
Yeah,
So yeah,
cool business name there, Lonnie. I like it. You know, my
yeah,
business name actually was Precision Dent Works way back in the day when I first
yeah.
started my
That's
own
right. You were.
PDR gig, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, Joe, I don't know if you're looking pretty good, dude. You always staying the same, dude. You don't get fatter, dude. So
Thank you. This is my avatar, my AI avatar.
yeah, avatar. Yeah.
Can you
So
tell like like I'm better looking actually right now because it's
I
actually
think you are, man.
I enhanced it.
You looking good, man.
I
You're
put a
looking good.
filter. Got a
Put
filter
the
on.
filter, put the avatar. You can. Hey, don't be laughing, man. You can probably have an avatar sit in for you, dude.
Dude, well, it's actually yeah, it's here, isn't it? I mean, I could be talking to your avatar actually right now.
Well, yeah. Speaking of avatar, dude, we should think about putting an avatar in here, dude. Right. So that was that's what this podcast is mainly about. Like, how can you use ChatGPT, AI for your work business, right? And that's why I haven't been posting a lot of videos like consistently, is because Joe, I'm personally don't really like I could post the same type of videos and probably get pretty still good reach and still get the same kind of reach and whatnot. But I get bored with my own stuff, and I get bored seeing the same things. But
Yeah.
I needed something more challenging. I needed to be working on something that's going to challenge me and then challenge my business. I want to get somewhere different, right?
Yes.
Like the last couple of years, everyone's been doing CRMs, which is great, and it's a needed thing in the business.
Mhm.
Um, but what about handling the customer right up front, right? What about
Yeah.
the interactions, and what about like video creations or workflows or getting your time back? That's I was like, man, I'm 54 years old, and how can I still keep the business running
Yeah.
and still but have fun, but not, I don't know how to say it, because a lot of us will still run our business. Some of us still run our business by ourselves our whole career. Our whole career. Like I see that. Okay, you're one of them, right?
Yeah. I definitely am.
One or two employees.
What's
But
that?
what happens when you want to go on vacation? I mean, there's going to be that time that you want to go on vacation and relax and not think about work,
Hmm.
right? And you shouldn't, because you should be with your kids or your family event and thinking about them and spending precious time, not thinking about, oh man, I might be missing calls and I might be you're just worried about that. So
Yeah.
I've been thinking a lot about like doing a lot of different stuff like that. And that's what I've been working on. And Joe, you've seen me do a lot of that too as well. So we're I don't know how people are, this episode isn't going to be about dents and repairs. So I don't know how many people are actually going to really tune into this, because that might not sound exciting to them,
Yeah.
but it's going to be super powerful, man. Like I think you see it too, Joe. Like you see,
Yeah.
like if you blink an eye and you're turning the other cheek because you're so involved at trying to just do dents, you might not be as busy in the long run at like ahead of that realm. And you had a little taste of what I was saying about ChatGPT or about how the search engines work or whatnot. So I'm
Yes.
not going to try to give you guys riddles, dude. I'm going to get to the meat and potatoes.
Mm-hmm.
But I want to show you guys something. So if you guys want to check this out. So I recently put a video out, right? And just watch this video. What I'm doing right now is considered impossible by most body shops. Bringing this destroyed Harley Davidson tank back to perfection without a single drop of paint. This tank has one massive dent and two razor sharp smaller ones. Harley tanks are notorious in our industry. The metal is so thick, most techs won't even attempt this repair. But I'm using nothing but specialized tools and something we call metal flow to work magic. Watch as I use a reflection board to read the metal's stress patterns like a roadmap. Every push from behind, every gentle tap I'm making follows the metal's natural memory. See the dents literally disappearing as I manipulate the steel back to its original factory curves using techniques most people don't know exist. 5 hours of meticulous work considered into a 50-second demonstration of pure satisfaction. No filler, no paint, no guesswork. Thanks for watching. Okay. That's not me. That's my avatar. Completely made up. Well, not completely, but it's a direct copy of me and my voice.
So you're saying that was that like taken from a still photo of you,
No,
and
not
it
quite.
is
It was created from other a video clip.
a video clip where you were saying something else entirely, Mike, like a
Yep.
different narration. And now what you're saying is you can take that same video clip and dub in your audio, and through the AI will make it look like your mouth is moving and
Yep.
your whole inflections. Because Mike, it looked like you were like your this clone of you was moving to the rhythm of the tone and what he was saying.
Yeah, and it's
Oh,
going to get better because I was like it will animate as much as you want to animate. So if you want to animate, you can animate, right? You can go,
yeah,
hey, you know, blah blah blah. And Jay says, I knew it wasn't you, it was animated
you knew
than
it.
you are in person. And it's not made to be, you know, I don't care what, yeah, and no pun intended, Jay thinks. Matter of fact, the normal consumer, which it did a pretty good view count, didn't know.
Yeah. Did
Right.
anybody call you out on it? Like say, hey, is that AI? Like in your
Only one
comments?
person, and it was one person who said if it was, thumbs up, if it wasn't, thumbs up, because they liked the video, right?
That's
The
awesome.
whole part of avatars is not for you to like put the attention on you. It's just to help flavor the video
Yes.
and give a little sense of personal, like not it's, even though it's AI, it's
Yeah.
still Myke Toledo, right? Someone's, maybe they've seen me in another video. They're not expecting, you know, that to be an avatar. Now everybody's going to look at me forever, see if I'm an avatar now, and you know, in the future.
Well, hey, we could be avatars right now and not even do this. Like,
They are already starting it. So what I'm trying to say is that you could be super productive about doing these avatars, right? And getting things done much quicker and easier than this, right? I'm
yeah.
going to take that off, but
Well, like Jay said, he knows he's used to your normal inflections and energy. Um, but to your future ideal client who has never used PDR or who has never used your PDR service, they don't know. They don't
yeah.
know that's not you.
Yeah. Thanks, Robert. Yeah. Yeah, look, it's only gonna get better. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
look, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter how good it is now. It will be how good it is later. And are you already getting your feet wet with it so you can adapt with it as well?
Yeah.
What do you say? He looks a
Louis.
little younger.
Yep.
Yeah, I probably do. Um, I have one other thing too to show you guys, man. So like stay tuned, because I know people will watch this later, and we don't have it because we haven't been consistent on our podcast. So and we don't announce this, so there's not a lot of people here. But I'm gonna put my headset on.
Okay.
Okay.
Yep.
Hopefully we don't get a max headroom kind of thing here.
Yeah.
All right. And then Joe, we can go into some more stuff about what do you think, how PDR is going to change, dude, right? How would you use it, you know?
Yeah.
All right, check this out, dude.
Hello, thanks for calling Dent. This is Gabby. Who am I speaking with, please?
Yeah, hi, this is Myke.
Hi, Myke. Great to meet you. How can I help you today?
You guys, this isn't the this isn't the AI acting that way. It's because I'm connected to a Bluetooth. So I just want to let you guys know. Hey, I was just thinking, I'd like to speak to Myke Toledo.
Oh, Myke Toledo, the legend himself. Unfortunately, I can't connect you directly to him right now, but I'm happy to pass along a message for you. What would you like me to let him know?
I just have him give me a call back, but you know what? On the other hand, I'd like an estimate. Can I get an estimate?
Absolutely. For an estimate, you've got two options. Option one, you can send us those by text to this number 858-943-9676. Option two, or you can stop by our shop in Escon for an in-person assessment. Which is the shop address?
Yeah, I'll just send photos.
Perfect. Let me send you a quick text so you can reply to your photos and the year and model of your vehicle. One moment. All right, Myke, I just sent you a text message. Please reply with your photos and the year and model of your vehicle. We'll get to you with an estimate as soon as possible. Anything else I can help you with?
No, thank you. Okay, so it's a little cutty because of the Bluetooth I'm connecting with.
Yeah.
But it took a message. It sent me a text message about the transcript with the person's name.
Yeah.
To give them a call back. And it sent just now me a text saying, here's how you can text your photos. And it friggin' did all that. It will also set appointments for me. It will do follow-ups.
Wow, man.
It will do the whole 9 yards. It will give price ranges if I let it. But I said, do not give price cost. Yeah.
Yeah. Right.
And what? Go ahead.
You were even telling me that it can analyze photos. So when somebody does send, if you were to have it, provide an estimate or a cost range. What's up, Jared? A better repair.
What's up, Jared? What's up, Aaron? So,
Mr. Castledine, Dentless, Perth.
That's
good morning.
Everybody's coming out now. So let me tell you something about. It's in a test mode and it's pretty scary. So yeah, Joe, it will look at a photo. Matter of fact, a customer sends a photo. It recognized it was an Aston Martin because it had an emblem on the hood. And it said, oh, that's aluminum. And it started doing its parameters and freaking gave it a cost range, dude. Right? You tested it already, Joe. You had a little taste of it, dude. It's not prime time ready, but it's damn close. And so I've got some pretty friggin' good like things I'm tweaking on it.
Yeah.
I can't wait to show you guys because it's going to be mind blowing what you guys can think. You know, people are like, well, how in the hell are you doing this, man? Man, I had to dive. I've been diving. That's why I haven't posted videos. I'm an AI. And you know that, Joe. I'm AI invested. It's done, dude. Like it's like a new video editing thing for me.
Yes.
Like I'm learning how to edit videos, but now with AI. I'm editing with AI, right?
Yeah, that's what I can see, Myke. When you call me with your new discoveries and stuff, like I can sense that this is as powerful, or maybe even more so, probably more so than when you started editing videos for PDR, you know?
Yeah. Well, mark my words, this video, this podcast, in about 5 years, there's like Myke was telling us that, and we were just still continuing just to do our own thing and not look around. And now look,
Yeah.
right. It is an even playing field right now. Like it is anybody's game. The search engines are changing and the way people are doing things. So what's up? Is this even real? Like, yeah. Did you see you guys saw my avatar? Yeah. Yeah, I played my avatar just in case. I'm not sure if Aaron saw that, but Aaron,
what I'm doing right now is
that's
considered
my avatar
impossible.
right there. So, but yeah.
Jared is figuring you out, man.
No, Jared. I told Jared because Jared goes, awesome video. I was like, yeah, it's my avatar, and he's like, what?
Right. Yeah, this is actually Myke 9000.
That's Mykatron, dude.
Mykatron.
So. Listen, if you're that tech now that can't answer the phones or doesn't answer the phones or doesn't like to answer the phones, but wants a person to answer it, and it's going to sound more and more real every time, right? It's autonomous. It's stupid crazy. It knows all about you. It knows about Dent Evo. If I say, hey, I want you to answer the phone for Dent Evo, it will answer that based on all the parameters, all the feedback I give it, all the prompts. Everything I want it to do, it will create that. It's ridiculously crazy good. Like I've been booking appointments. I am more busier than I have been in like almost a year. Like we are busy. And not one phone call doesn't get answered.
That's awesome, man.
It's just crazy. So, I don't want to take too much time, but we're going to announce a date for Mega Media AI event, which is going to be coming in late October. I don't think you guys can afford not to miss it, man, because it's not only you're going to learn how to do the workflows, you can actually get something that's going to be coded for you, no matter what website you have, no matter if you're using Go High Level or if you're using freaking HubSpot, there'll be workflows to go into that, right? So you can have just push buttons. How about this, Joe? Guess what? If this customer doesn't book within an hour, doesn't make an appointment, my AI contacts them.
Does a follow-up. Nice. Ask
them, hey, was there any objections? Is there anything we can help you with?
Yeah.
I don't say you want discounts or anything like that. I don't want that. Yeah. But I do want to know why they haven't booked or whatnot.
But if you wanted to run that type of special or business model, if that's sort of how you do
it, absolutely. You could
customize it to your preferences.
It sends text messages, right? So you have a 97% open rate, dude, with a text message. That's crazy. Do you know what you have on email if you're lucky? 20%.
Yeah, I believe that. Yeah, I don't open most of my emails. I barely check them.
Yeah. Okay, so look, you can actually, Aaron. Yeah, you can change that Aussie accent too.
Yeah, heck yeah. Well, mine's gonna have an Aussie accent, or maybe Scarlett Johansson or something. But Americans love Aussie accents, man. So I don't think we can go wrong with that. Aaron's got that down already. So.
Yeah, Aaron I haven't talked to Aaron personally in a long time, man. But yeah, I know he's still killing it. So congratulations.
Yeah.
You got Louis Munoz on there. We'll talk to Louis in a minute. So,
right on.
What's going on with you though, man? Like what is crack-a-lackin'?
With me?
Yeah.
Oh, dude, just doing my thing, bro. Doing my thing. I'm situated in a shop now. I guess I'm completely gone like centered in the shop. I no longer do mobile anymore. So that's one thing that's been a big change for the last couple months is I was doing still like a little mobile route for a dealer account that I still did business with. And it got to where it was costing me to be out on the road, So I'm in my shop now full time.
Speaking of shop, we went over there and we did some video of some removing and just recently the F-150, right?
Yeah. Yep. You were at my shop.
Yeah. Joe's got a fantastic shop, you guys. Top notch. Lighting is like perfect for freaking videoing. Rigging great shop. How's that apparatus, that pull power system you got going on? How's that going?
Oh, I use it at least weekly, depending on the repairs I'm getting. It's been really good for tension pulls. Anytime I want to pull the panel back while I knock down crowns, stuff that I was doing mobile, but I would often have to, latch onto a tree or a mailbox or my truck often. Now I don't have to do that. I can just pull right in right by the rack and adjust the verticals, slide them in place, and then attach to it. A little less effective on heavy duty pulls, like stuff that would normally require like a frame machine. I've recently had a little bit more business now with some body shops that I've done business with over the years, and some of them are nearby, and so they'll bring me push to paints. So that's been kind of a nice little supplemental thing that I did not expect. I never really did a lot of push to paints in my career, but now body shops are bringing me those. Anyway, long story short, doing some of these push to paints that are collision. I ask a little more of my pull rack, my tension rack, if you will, whatever you want to call it. I ask a little more of it than I probably should, and I've had that thing leaning a little bit. So my next modification for that is I'm going to add some lean-in braces, like a half an A-frame to each post, and so that's going to eliminate that. Basically, keep it from leaning when I do those really powerful pulls.
Right on. Yeah, I know that thing is freaking serves a purpose all the time for you.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, we got to do a tech meetup over there. So I think that would be really good.
Yeah,
I'd like to touch base on another class that we're going to be doing in the future. It's the R&I live PDR training class. So you and I have already knocked out 2 major videos, right? The Tesla and the F-150, which is the 2 most common vehicles in America, right? That we're doing. The hardest thing I think for most techs is that I'm pretty sure most techs don't take out windows and they don't take off doors and they don't get the car. Like, I think more and more are starting to do that. But I think, taking out that window on that Tesla was a bit involving.
Mm-hmm.
So we recorded the whole thing. And what was more involving is if you want to detach that door completely away from the harness, take the harness out, that was really, really crazy tricky. So we showed that. We did the whole thing. But ladies and gentlemen, we're going to be doing a live PDR R&I podcast on that Tesla. And when you do watch the Tesla video live, you'll get to ask questions and participate. You'll also, after you're done, that live video will be inside of that course, along with the Tesla pre-recorded course and along with the pre-recorded F-150, so you can understand the type of tools, the process of it, what to expect, where the access points are, things like that. Pulling out the door handle on the Tesla, all that crazy stuff. So that is going to be coming up. Of course, I'll be putting out more YouTube videos on that and showing how we're doing the whole 9 yards. What did you think about that? That was a pretty good 2 series.
Oh, I loved it, and I feel good about it because I think that that knowledge is in short supply amongst PDR professionals. At least in my experience, especially here in Southern California, where most of us as PDR, service providers, companies, whatever you want to call it, we don't survive on hail. We don't have hail damage regularly out here. So much of our work is, the general ding removal, and more complex dents, some smashes, but even with general PDR, more and more now, dents are you have to take things apart. glue will only take you so far. And what I see, Myke, and you've seen it, and everybody's seen it. A lot of guys don't know how to do that, and that's why people who are coming in from the collision industry, former bodymen, who know those skills of taking a Tesla apart, for example, they understand how to learn how to do that. Those are skills that a lot of PDR professionals in our area, and from what I can see online all over the place, don't know how to do yet. And that's what we're trying to show.
They don't. And every car is starting to have dual pane windows, like you were kind of mentioning, right? I mean, we had a Nissan Versa come in the shop, dual pane window, piece of crap car, dual pane window, right?
Yeah.
And you can't push a heavy friggin' dent on there without really risking breaking that window, right?
Yeah.
I know it's in the text. Oh, I hope I don't break this window. They rather sometimes take the chance of freaking trying it anyways and breaking that window. Like I don't like those chances. I really don't. Besides, why would you leave money on the table anyways, right? You understand how to take the door off, not the door off, but take the panel off and the window out. Once you get it down, most of them are like anywhere between 15 minutes to 30 minutes. And you can charge anywhere between $150 to $600 to do that.
Right.
That's just crazy, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Yep. So like Robert, he has 40 years experience in the R&R from former collision repair side. I stay away from laminated glass. They were breaking heartbeat. Yeah. So, but here's the thing. Are you drilling or are you just turning down the job completely? Right. There's only two options you're going to do if you don't pull the window.
Oh yeah. Yeah. No, that's the thing. It's like, we've found out that since we've been doing a lot of R&I, and charging for it, I mean, it's an entirely new profit center. I talked about the push to paints being kind of a new profit center for me, but honestly, I do a lot more R&I in my shop now, and I charge for it. And I mean, that's a whole new revenue source.
If you don't mind, Joe, would you kind of like, what did you, because you told me you looked back, and if you don't mind, like what did you make like last year doing R&I?
I did close to 10 grand in R&I last year, and I'm a small timer. I don't do a high volume of cars. I don't, I don't, like I said, I don't do hail. It's just every day or, a couple of days a week doing PDR, and not a high volume guy. I'm more of a, if I need a car for a day or two, I'll keep it, or I might do a couple general PDRs or semi-complex cars throughout my day. And not all of them need R&I. Some of them are glue pull or we're fixing them through the glass or whatever. But yeah, I mean, I was surprised to see that. That was more than I thought I was doing of R&I.
Yeah. I wonder what the well, I kind of know, but R&I for hail, right? You're dropping headliners, definitely. You're taking off the rear lift gates for sure to get in the back of those trucks, right? Taking out windows, right?
Yeah.
I mean, that's a lot of R&I, but generally that's being subbed out. That's actually, you have a dedicated R&I guy. They're not keeping all that money, right? And granted, I wouldn't want to either, because I just want to push and make the most amount of money I can.
For sure.
But as far as like retail techs, mobile guys doing stuff, job to job, I think that's where everyone lacks a little bit, right? I've been a 34-year tech, and for a long, long, long time, I was scared to pull door panels and definitely scared to pull windows out, because my main thing is it's going to come off the track and I'm not going to really get it back on, right? I'm going to break it trying to come off the track before I even get it off. That mindset, that head trash right there, seemed to stop me from making, those decisions that would not only make me a better tech, but make me more money at the same time. So I think that's something to consider, to think about.
Oh, for sure, man. For sure. Yeah. I mean, if you're getting paid to do it, then you have the incentive to take your time and do it right. And that's what we're providing, is that option, to teach people to do that who might not have that knowledge already.
Yeah. So Robert says, hey, he gets at least $65 on every job. And that's because he came from a body shop background. I think that's yeah, they won't even lift a finger, right? They won't only take a screw out without freaking going, hey, we're going to charge you 15 cents for taking that out. You know what I mean? Or $5, whatever it is. But I'm just thinking that's something to think about. You know, this is kind of a spur of the moment podcast, but I wanted to kind of just set that up. We'll have some more on that. But other than that, I think AI is going to drastically change the way we are going to find things, way our customers are going to find us. Joe, I think it's not going to be the same. It's already starting to be start different. And I'll give you some clues, right? You look for something. Let's say you want to look for dent repair near me, or let's just say, let's take out of the dents. Let's say you're looking for a plumber, right? Or like, how do I fix my sink that only pushes hot water sometimes, but cold water all the time? Instead of giving you like 10 websites that you could possibly find the answer, no, it gives you the answer instead, right at the top. Do you see that? It gives you like a paragraph of here's how you do it. Yeah. And you click on it and it takes you to that site that's explaining it to you.
Right.
And and it still does, it still has the listings down there, but that might not have the answer. And that is how people are going to be like, that's how it's going to be all the time from now on. Matter of fact, some people have found me just strictly on ChatGPT.
Yes.
Either it's training or straight on PDR. They're asking ChatGPT now. So as soon as I heard that stuff, I was like, okay, I need to do something. I need to like pay attention, because more and more people are using ChatGPT to find your company. And it's crazy, dude. Crazy. Yeah, was it Big John fixed our Taycan rear door dent like Michelangelo? Love him. Hey, David, we appreciate the business, buddy. Thanks a lot, David. Appreciate that, man.
Nice. Good job, Big John.
Yeah. Big John's got more reviews than I do, man.
That's what you want.
Oh, I wanted to talk about something real quick too. Maybe this is happening. Okay. So this is something I need to put in the titles of the podcast. Right. So lately, I've been getting a text message on WhatsApp. Guy from Palestine. Myke. Hey, Myke, I've been hired to put 30 bad 1-star reviews. And I said, well, you must be talking to the wrong person, because I was playing stupid, right? No. Look, he posted a 1-star review. And I go, you son of a gun, dude, right? And I go, look, dude, I don't know who you're talking to. No, I got the right person.
Oh my God.
But for $100, I could remove those. And he removed it. And I ignored him. Didn't hear anything back from him. 3 days later, boom, boom, boom. He puts 3 bad 1-star reviews, dude. He sends me a message. You see now? And I'm copy and pasting. I'm actually screenshotting all his stupid crap he's putting on there, dude. Right? Yeah. I reply on the 5-star or on the 1-star reviews, a reply saying that this is malicious and they're trying to extort me, yada, yada.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, I didn't know. I thought it was just me. I thought he was just picking on me because of Dent Time, right? Of the status and what we have and going on. Apparently, no. He's picked on at least 10, 15 other companies around. Okay. Up and down California, and I think a little bit out of state, but mainly just in California that I know of, right?
Yeah.
And so my ammo was, obviously I flagged the reviews, because he hit me again on different places. So he probably wrote about 12 bad 5-star reviews. My rating went from 5.0 to 4.8. And then my other one, 4.9 to 4.8, right? So he's deliberately trying to knock down the status rating of Dent Time.
Oh, man.
So I went on Google, of course, and flagged it and did that. So what I'm trying to tell you guys, if you guys get messages like that, you need to screenshot it. That's number one. 2, flag it. And then obviously reply to it saying that this is harassment and you're getting extorted to pay them, and this isn't a real review. And obviously you can kind of tell it's not real because nobody writes reviews that way with emojis and, you know, and M dashes, you know what I mean? So it has, you can always tell a ChatGPT now because of the M dashes, means it has a dash going through it, right? And one of the reviews, he has quotation marks and the whole thing. He forgot to freaking remove the quotation marks, you know, because ChatGPT will do that. So little by little, the reviews are coming off, and I'm getting more Google replies saying that this review was removed. So that's the good news. But don't panic, because I was definitely not panicking, but I was just pissed off because I was like, dude, this dude deliberately, and it would have been a cash cow for him, right? If I would have said caved in and said, all right, man, here's your hundo. Well, gosh dang, I would have been on a subscription base, bro. Like every 3 months or maybe every month, you know, like, hey, man, it's time to pay up, man. Like,
no kidding. Like a gang, like they're taxing you. David Powers says, what an a-hole. You were smart to reply to each of those. Yeah. And
I know my real customers, like, you know, they see it, they know, you know, they know. So hyphens, that's hyphens. Tyler, you know, if you guys don't want to be, you know, if you do write ChatGPT stuff, you know, like your prompt should be like, do not, and even in your personalization, you should do not put any hyphens, M dashes, you know, run on sentences, things like that. Stuff that doesn't sound human. But regardless, so if that happens to you about your reviews, that's the only way you can handle it. And let's say it didn't drop off. Maybe they didn't believe you. Maybe it looked really real, and they said, oh, we did not remove the review. You have still a chance to appeal it, which is perfect, because now you can upload photos and proof that it was a fake review, right? And that extortion, whatever. However, not all of those guys will actually reach out to you. Like, you know, Man of Steel, Ken Clark. Yeah. He got nailed bad too. Really? So he was contacting me, and him and I were exchanging notes, and I was like, hey, put this on there. So his reviews are slowly starting to come off too. But that's what's happening, you know, in the review world, as far as and that's Google. They're doing it.
And you know, so David Powers, you say, you guys have so many great 5-star reviews, which is highly unusual for any business. Well done. That is true. That is true. I agree with David, because I think we did an episode a couple of years ago, Myke, where we talked about precisely this. Is like they're not the scam artist that's trying to extort you, but the review average that there's been studies done that like a 4.3 or 4.7 average review average, you know, instead of a 5-star average, is more believable to consumers. It's been tested. But I also know, Myke, you know, you are very rightfully proud of that 5-star review average with so many reviews you have, and you've earned that. And this guy is, you know, is out of line, man. That's completely out of line.
It wouldn't matter to me even if I had 100 5-star reviews, right? Like, or whatever, right?
Yeah.
It's in the PDR business. It's very hard, beyond, to me personally. You have to be a ding dong not to have at least a 4.8 or 4 or higher, 4.9 or higher. I mean, I just don't see how you do it, because all you have to do is do your job right, satisfy the customer, do what you say you got to do, deliver the quality that you say you're going to do. Yeah. But half of it's the quality and half it's the customer service. That's what I believe.
And when you do get that odd negative review, if you know, it's a lot of times it's somebody who's got malicious intent. Even people who are not necessarily trying to extort you, but somebody who, you know, didn't like the price quote that they received, for example, right? And they'll usually give a 1-star review. So you can kind of, as a consumer who wants to go through our reviews, and if they see that those reviews that are 1-star or this, person who is who's trying to extort you, the smart consumer is going to see through that, is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah. 100%. But you remember you and I, Joe, were talking about, I was like, I'm not going to worry about something I can't control. But yeah, it irritates me. But the only thing I can do is, like, nobody can like ignore an emotion, right? It comes to you, and then you have a choice. And you have a choice to, like, how long do you want to stay pissed off? Do you want to stay pissed off for a week? Or you just want to let it go for, like, you want to just let it out in 1 hour? Because eventually you got to stop, right? And so I was like, all right, this is just gonna I'm gonna do my best to handle it, and it is what it is. Let's see what happens, man. But I think the best thing I did was engage with them and stop the engagement, right? And then I never really confessed that it was me he was talking to. I never gave him that satisfaction of an emotion to him, right? You motherfucker. Like, my emotion was like, dude, if you were in front of me, I would, I don't want to act like that, but
right.
So you know the deal, right?
No, you confronted him.
I was going to offer some physical, touch.
Yeah.
Right?
Yep.
But
alterations.
For free.
Yeah.
But anyhow, it's just, if it happens to you guys out there, just roll with the punches and do the process and come up with something that can tell the consumer, if they're reading that, especially if you get 3 in a row and you can see that the person who does the review, there's no like prior reviews they've ever done, and then they're just going right down, and then all of a sudden this guy, I got 4 1-star reviews in a row at the same time and the same date. I mean, this doesn't make
it looks suspicious for sure, especially a good company like yours.
Yeah, it's amazing that many companies don't read the reviews and fix the problems, complaints. Restaurants, for example, so simple. People are telling you why they don't want to do business with you. Yeah, I mean, I do. Restaurants do have the highest, and that's a hard business, man, right? I mean, you're depending on so many different servers. It goes from a cook to the service, right, all the way down to the experience.
So many moving parts.
Yeah, there's so many moving parts, and I could see that's a hard business to do.
Yeah.
Anything going on with you, Joe? Anything else you want to?
Well, actually, I wanted to touch on one more thing about Google reviews, and since we're on the subject, before we veer off, Google business listing has been acting really strange, and there's a lot of people who are experiencing not just the extortion, like you mentioned, Myke, but in my case, I had a certain amount of reviews and it dropped off. So the Google algorithm has taken some reviews away, and it's not like a Yelp thing, like where Yelp will bury some, they'll filter somehow if they're not recommended reviews. For example, if you send a link to your customer asking them to leave a review for you on Yelp, the Yelp algorithm and machinery, whatever you want to call it, can tell that they came in from a link, and they will hide that review. But in Google doesn't work that way. Instead, Google business listing, and I don't know what the reason for this is, but there are some glitches going on, and one of those glitches happens to be that businesses are losing reviews. And I, for example, like I said, I lost a couple. I don't even know how many, because I knew it wasn't where it's at now. It was higher, and then now it's less. And then I've received reviews since, 5-star reviews, and and the number has still stayed the same. So now, because now I'm keeping track on that stuff, so just putting it out there, keep an eye on your Google business listing. I still think it's very powerful to regularly post on your Google business listing to draw attention to your business, to the SEO, the search engine optimization, and get in front of your local consumers. But that you say it, the AI is recognizing whatever we do on our Google business listing, as well as anything else online. So
they do.
Like you mentioned.
Thank you for that, Joe. It brings another topic on that. So it seems like it might turn into a Google business topic here, is ongoing, but I was told you do not want to make a lot of changes at once to your Google business because it flags it, and then they could possibly, right now they're cracking down on, these mobile companies, like Paintless Dent Repair. That's why we've been having such a hard time
Yeah.
getting these, verified,
Mm-hmm.
the mobile companies. And if you make a lot of changes, maybe you write, you change your services, you updated the services, or you updated and updated your posts and add photos and all that stuff. You did a bunch of different things. It really can flag something because I don't know the exact reason, but they say it does cause a kind of an alarm to Google, and it could seize your stuff. Ever since they've changed that platform, period, from Google My Business to whatever, what is it now? They call it business listing or
Yeah.
whatever,
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
right? They have messed it up, dude. Like I used to like the stats. It used to give you really more detailed stats.
Right.
It used to tell you how many people viewed that photo, so you can continue to maybe like, oh, they like that type of photo. It could give you real data, like a
Yeah.
lot of data about your Google business.
Mm-hmm.
Now they don't do it. They barely do that. And if you post a photo, it's not in a row. It's not like here's a before and here's an after. You have to make it one, right? And then sometimes they're inconsistent about the video. Like you'll post a video and then they'll say, oh, it wasn't approved because of, and not really any real good reason.
Yeah, they don't give you any reason. They just say it was. They make it sound like you violated something. Like I can't remember what their wording was, but it was like your post is in violation with the Google rules, and you start panicking. You start thinking, so, what did I do?
Yeah. That's why I'm always look for alternatives, right? Is Google going to stay the big powerhouse with
Right.
our listings?
Right.
Maybe not. Maybe not. And that's why I'm saying, like, it's really good and good intention for any business owner of anything to stay up to date. Like, what is AI and how can you leverage it? It's not about if you want to use it for you directly,
Mm-hmm.
but how does it work for general people to find, like, how are they using it? Because if you understand how people are using it, then you're going to understand how to use it for yourself to get in front of those people. Right. And it's been so exciting for me to learn this stuff. I mean, I'm doing videos now. I'm having chat, freaking answer my phone. I'm getting freer as I'm saying more and more every day to me personally. And
Mm-hmm.
Google is, I think they're dropping the ball a little bit, man. Like they got this Gemini thing, which is pretty good. It's not bad.
Yeah, that's
But
their AI. That's their Chat GPT,
yeah,
basically,
that's
right?
their ChatGPT. But honestly, I'm invested in ChatGPT, so I use that, and I use another AI. A
Yeah.
couple different ones, but
Yeah.
AI is pretty much my go-to, and mainly because I know how to communicate with it. Oh, did you hear about this, dude? Check this out. So, do you know what AI is really about? It says artificial intelligence, right?
Mm-hmm.
So this guy got really deep about it. He said, you probably like this, Joe. AI is used to connect with your brain that you can't connect normally into that. What is that? 80%, 90% of your brain that's not being used to its full capacity. AI
Right.
helps unlock that for you.
Is that what he said?
Yeah. AI is
Yeah, I can.
a super intelligence where it's going beyond what Albert Einstein was thinking, and he used a lot of his brain, right, or more of it than not even capacity, but AI is starting to be able to help you unlock what you can't do in your own mind, shall I say?
Yeah,
Right?
I can see that. I can see, like I use it to articulate my thoughts a lot of times, and kind of, I mean, I've always kind of, like written down my thoughts, even back before digital, before we had, smartphones. I would write down my thoughts, it's like a form of therapy, right? And then
Yeah.
as I got my phone, I with the notes app, I did that. Well, now I'm using AI to a degree, and it helps me to articulate thoughts in my head, and or business ideas or emotional things I might be struggling with, and in that way, I could see it gives you a different perspective, stuff that you probably, you're not going to just tell just anyone, like it just, but it's almost like you can dissect your thoughts more, and in that way, it's really cool. And in some ways, it's probably making some people less
Nervous.
intelligent because they're using it as a crutch too,
Yeah.
So maybe it's one of those things where it's what you make of it,
I think you can use it any way you want, dude. If you have an ambition, then you need help supporting that ambition.
Yeah.
In a structured way and productive way. It will definitely help you get the roadmap to do that, right? I think in any good or bad, right? Some people like Louis feels like Big Brother coming down on you sucks. I think Big Brother's been around before you guys even know it anyway. So I mean, it's here regardless if you guys embrace it or not. But I think it's definitely something. Either you're going to learn to leverage it or you're going to let it leverage you. That's the whole point, right? I really feel like that.
Yeah.
Let me see. I use AI all the time for my work as an author. Humanity is so screwed.
Yeah. I was going to say, David, at least until the extinction of the human race, when AI takes over, we'll use AI, I guess, for the little things,
I think there's more to it than that. I think different. Are you guys ever thought of franchising your business? There's a lot of technicalities in that. So yes, I've been thinking about that for over a decade. More than that, actually, 15 years. Haven't done it. But yeah, it's still not out of the works, but it's in the works. So not in the works, but it's a thought.
Are there any existing PDR franchises currently? Like, isn't that Dent Smart? Is that a franchise?
Dent Smart is, I think, one. Dent Busters in Arizona, I think. Dent Clinic or Car Clinic. Dent Car Clinic, something like that. So, but yeah. Franchising, not sure. Yeah. I know this isn't a great big topic with PDR and AI because it's so advanced. Either people want to know about it or they don't. But mark my words, you guys, watch my business in the next year. Okay.
Yeah.
And then I'll get all these questions about, Myke, how did you do this? And how did you do that? Right. How did you get ranking this way? I mean, it's right. I know it does. It's some people, it turns them off. Some people it does. It doesn't, but it doesn't matter what age you are. It's an even playing field right now, guys.
It's a ground floor.
It really is, man. And I know some people are like, I don't want to learn any more new things. I just want to push dents. I think you can do that. But within 2 years, you are going to see either a drastic difference in your business going up or down.
Yeah.
I really do. I really do. So yeah, Carmetic. There was Dent Wizard. Yes, Dent Wizard. I would consider it a private franchise. You're not going to own a Dent Wizard unless you were already a Dent Wizard tech for 15, 20 years, whatever. Yeah. But it's not where you can just go buy a Dent Wizard. At least based on what I know. Carsmetic. Yeah, Carsmetic. Yeah, that's why. That's true. And good luck getting a robot to push and pull a dent. That David, that is good. That's one thing I think right now is a solid safe zone is the trades.
We're working on it though.
They are working. Yeah, we're working on it, man. I'm feeding ChatGPT all the techniques, man. It's watching it. I got it watching my videos on Dent Trainer, man. It's doing it, man. The arm's not quite there, but it's
we're gonna hardwire Big John.
Yeah. But yeah, so that's it. Look out for the Mega Media AI event. That's going to really help your PDR business. And coming in October, we're going to announce that later on, and I'll show you some more things that we're going to be doing. So it's really cool. Going to change your business. Joe, anything else you want to add to that?
No,
I think we need to jump on some other topics. So, by the one last thing, if you guys are listening, the rest of them are listening, we're going to be doing more video, more podcasts for the struggling PDR techs and newbies. All right, some real good stuff to help to answer the common questions and all that good stuff about finishing. I think that's the number one thing that techs have a hard time. Tool selection. Do you need a lot of tools? You don't need a lot of tools at all, man. Right? That the less you start out with, the more efficient you become. The more tools you have, the more confused you become. Trust me, I see it all day long. Right? And don't be impatient, even though most of you will. You'll go out and buy these cheap tools, and you'll wonder why they're not getting the results you are, or you'll watch YouTube and you'll just bounce from one video to the other. But yeah, we've got a good series coming later on in the future. So I think that's about it. We're not going to go super long.
Okay.
Anything to add there, Joe?
Yeah. No, I meant to mention about the AI, dude. I think what I'm looking forward to mostly, Myke, with AI is, incorporating that into my business is the time I'm going to save. I hope to save by not having to answer every single request. Just allowing my AI to take over all the responses throughout all the different channels or lines of communication. And even if it's to the point where it's evolving to scan pictures, I mean, that's powerful, dude. I look forward to getting a lot of my time back with that. And I'm not concerned either about losing certain prospects who don't want to talk to an AI, bot or whatever, because I really feel like it ties in well with our ideal clients. They're already used to using AI anyway when they call, major companies, call centers and stuff.
Do you know that's the same kind of reaction people had when you could text message people?
Yep.
And there was text messaging about people didn't want to send not a video, but they didn't want to send a text message or communicate through text because they want to get on the phone because they thought they're going to lose people. Right.
Yep. Mm-hmm. Yeah, for sure.
It's the same thing now. AI is going to be so good, dude, that you won't be able to tell if you're talking to somebody.
Right.
Like an AI. I think you'll do it for the next couple of years. You'll probably be able to tell. But after the third year, I think nobody's going to care, by the way, even if it's AI anyways, because every phone business if you're smart, you're going to have something similar to that because there's no other faster way to give a customer a text message, get their email, send them it back, confirm their appointments, set up the appointment. Absolutely. I answer the phone, Joe. If I answer the phone, that 95% of my time, I'm saying, just send us some photos or stop by the shop. Send us some photos, stop by the shop. Our address is here, stop by the shop. Would you like to book an appointment? Okay.
All day.
Do that.
All day.
Dude.
Copy and pasting the address and a little bird's eye map of my complex, all day long. These mundane little things that either me as a owner operator is going to do, or somebody you hire as a receptionist or somebody who answers the phones, that's covered. And I think that's powerful.
Yeah, we're setting you up pretty soon, Joe. I told you I had to test it, make sure it works.
I'm ready right now.
It works perfect the way I want. So
yes, sir.
I don't have any hiccups, and I'm very happy with it. But we'll end on that note, ladies and gentlemen. It's kind of a different AI podcast, but it's definitely looking forward to the different changes. I think you guys are going to really, really kind of be taken back about what you can create. How about this, Joe? Yep. Take a video that you did, send it to AI. AI takes that video, chops it up, puts a thumbnail, puts a description, sends it off to everything that you want. Creates your avatar, creates the script for your avatar. Boom, boom, boom. I'm already working on it. Right. Like that's what I got going. So
yeah, it's awesome.
I'm happy.
Looking forward to it. And you're going to cover this at a Mega Media event.
It'll be covered at the Mega Media event. Yes. So, yeah, all the phone conversations, please text photos and location where the vehicle will be repaired. And the text message, most consumers cannot follow directions. Sorry, not sorry. Yeah. Yeah. And by the way, we send a linked schedule. So the customers, if they mess up, it's their fault, not mine. Right. And it puts it on my calendar and it gets reminders, all the whole 9 yards. So
Well,
that's been working really well too.
that's awesome. I mean, you're already adopting the some sense of automation already. You're already automated as much as you can be before AI. I'm completely analog, dude. I'm old school, and I am so looking forward uh, to using this because for a lot of years, especially when I was mobile, Myke, you know this, I avoided like even paying for advertising, paid advertising or whatever you want to call it. I was the guy who didn't answer the phone. I would just let it go to voicemail and if I got him, I got him, but now, I've tried to up my game. I have rent to pay, I have overhead that I didn't have before. So I want to get those leads in. And so, yes, I process more leads now. Well, that's going to be just, man, I'm ready now for AI. So in that way. So
yeah, what you're saying, Joe, is that you want your time back, bro.
yes, I
Right?
do.
You're in the middle of a repair. Last thing you want to do is stop what you're doing
Yeah.
and tell somebody to send you photos. And then he does send photos. And then it's back and forth game.
Right.
Like, when are you available? Well, I'm just available. No, that won't work. And that could go on all day because they don't answer back. But yeah, let the AI handle that, dude. All right. So, okay. This last time we're out of here. Okay.
Yeah.
We need to be analog. It's all good. David, I feel for you, man. But yeah, you'll get analog PDR repairs. That's for sure. So, all right.
Yeah.
Thanks a lot, David, for tuning in, buddy. I appreciate that too. And everybody else, we appreciate that too. Okay.
Thank
Louis, we'll be back with a good podcast as well next time for more PDR based and repairs and things like that. Louis like, I want to get into the nitty gritty. So we'll get into that too. Okay.
Yeah, we'll do the PDR. We'll do something cool PDR,
We will. So, all right, guys. Thanks you guys for watching. Hope to see you guys soon. And we'll see you in a couple weeks, probably. Okay. Take care.
Thanks, everybody.